Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Hello and welcome to my Academy Award 2020 video, where we discuss who's going to win Best Picture. Now, in the past couple of years, the Academy have been very unpredictable. People have been upset. Shocks have been rolled out. Could this be the same thing? Look, it's funny, isn't it? Because you get all the big pundits and bloggers. They're so sure who's going to win this. And the reason I'm just talking about Best Picture, because I think Best Actor is locked in for Joaquin Phoenix. Rightly so. I don't think there'll be any shocks there. Maybe, but I doubt it. And the other stuff I'm not particularly interested in. And I just think Best Picture is the most prestigious award for the Oscars, aka the Academy. And I think we need to discuss it. But first, just in case you don't know, these are the nominees. 1917, directed by Sam Mendes. Ford vs. Ferrari, James Mangold. Joker, directed by Todd Phillips. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Parasite, Bong Joon-ho. So that's the interesting one. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Irishman, obviously directed by Martin Scorsese, Little Women, and then you've got Jojo Rabbit and Marriage Story. So who are the outsiders here? So I think Jojo Rabbit is in with a shot because Hollywood love Taika Waititi. They love him, right? He's done one Marvel movie. He's going to do another. He's a very prominent figure in Hollywood. Wouldn't surprise. He's an outsider for sure, but wouldn't surprise me if he wins it. I don't want him to win it, by the way, but he could win it. I mean, I think the bloggers and the media would do anything to stop Joker from winning Best Picture. So you got Jojo Rabbit, also Marriage Story, big outsider, really good movie, really good self-contained movie, but is it the best? Probably not. That's a rank outsider. Now, The Irishman is a very interesting one because if this was to win, this will be a massive win for Netflix. Massive. So I think, and we're talking outsiders right now, I think if I look at The Irishman, Little Women, Jojo Rabbit and Marriage Story, I would put the top two outsiders as Jojo Rabbit and The Irishman. Definitely. The Irishman's got a great shot. Jojo Rabbit's got a great shot out of the outsiders. Right, then we come to Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joker, Ford vs. Ferrari, 1917. Ford vs. Ferrari is a token nomination. Can't see this coming anywhere near. Rank outsider as far as I'm concerned. Then you've got 1917, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Parasite. Again, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just can't see it. So out of the favourites, you look at 1917, Joker and Parasite. Now, for me, they are the top three favourites to win this award. Now, the bookies and everyone who thinks they're knowledgeable believes that 1917 by Sam Mendes, which is a great movie, by the way, and will be a great winner, is a shoo-in. It's looking like that right now. Then you've got Joker movie, which is an interesting one because it's won a hell of a lot of awards already. Definitely the second favourite. But Parasite would be a big, big statement by the Academy. Now, Parasite is a foreign movie, but it's in the foreign movie category and it's in the Best Picture category. I think if this movie won, it would make a massive, massive statement. And of course, again, the bloggers and the critics would love it. They will do anything to stop Joker winning this award. I think Parasite has a really, really good chance of making history here. But let's just put the tinfoil hat on. Let's say Parasite wins. What does that say about the state of Hollywood? Because while they'll all be showing off about it, right, what does it say about Hollywood if a foreign movie wins it? Now, if a foreign movie is good enough, and is the best film. And it's a really, really good freaking movie, and I've seen it quite a few times. I love it. Bong Joon-ho, is it Ho, or however you say his name right? What a talented director. What a great movie. So I'm not saying this film doesn't deserve to win it. And I'm not saying foreign films don't deserve to win Best Picture for an Oscar, right? Win an Oscar, right? What I'm saying is, what does it say about the state of Hollywood if the best movie, the movie that wins Best Picture at the Academy Awards, is a foreign movie? It tells you that the system in Hollywood is broken. There's a lack of ambition, imagination, and they're just putting out the same old shit all the time. Joker's a great example of a comic book kind of adaptation, and it's not really. This is a comic book character that literally, part of it is kind of based on the Killing Joke, if you like, and it's there. But this is kind of a Scorsese type movie. They've taken something very popular and done something raw and very real with it. They're playing with something rather than thinking of something new. I love Joker. I'm a big DC fan, and I like the Marvel movies too, to a point, right? But because capes are making so much money now, nobody's bothering with anything else. And when you look at the category of Best Picture, and you look at it in terms of English speaking, right? You look at 1917, nothing we haven't seen before. It's basically a war movie, right? Ford versus Ferrari, again, it's a really good film, and I like it, but again, it isn't unique. Joker is pretty unique, but it's based on a formula, on something that everyone's making films about. You look at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's Quentin Tarantino, he's always quite unique. Then you've got The Irishman again, nothing we haven't seen before, it's just another Scorsese gangster pick, right? Little Women is literally based on a book, and I believe the one they made with Susan Sarandon in '94 is highly superior. All they had to do in that movie, right, is put all these kind of, costumes from the past, which, is not a difficult thing to design those costumes. It's basically a paint by numbers period flick, right? Now, Jojo Rabbit, I'm not the biggest fan of Taika Waititi. I think he's really arrogant, but I agree he's a really funny, talented guy. But he is arrogant, and that really puts me off of him. But Jojo Rabbit is a really unique movie. And it's a great idea. It's interesting, right? And it takes an interesting look at Hitler, right? So there's a couple of unique movies here. And I say Jojo Rabbit and Parasite are the most unique movies in this kind of lineup. So you could kind of say, actually, maybe if Jojo Rabbit won, I don't particularly want it to win, but if it won, it would deserve the win. So I'm going to say that it's obviously out of 1917, Joker and Parasite, with Jojo Rabbit a big, big outsider. But who do I think's actually going to get this? I want Joker to win. As a DC fan, as a brilliant movie, and what Todd Phillips did was amazing, I want Joker to win. But if I'm being honest, Joker isn't the best movie in this lineup, as much as my bias could lie to you and say that's not the case. So if I had to vote, I probably would vote for either Parasite or Jojo Rabbit, mainly because they're both unique movies and there's a lot of imagination and originality in there. And I wouldn't want to, because as I say, I don't particularly like Taika Waititi because I think he's arrogant, as I've already said to you. But I would vote for Jojo Rabbit because it's a really unique movie, and I think a lot of talent and personality has been put in there, and I think that's the kind of movie. But I think Parasite has got a big chance. So probably, even though I put it on the outside thing, I'm saying Jojo Rabbit and Parasite are the favourites to win. As I said, past couple of years, the Best Picture has been very, very unpredictable, and the award win for that category has been controversial and has upset a lot of people. So interesting. So I think because basically everyone has politically weaponized movies now. So when we look at it from a political point of view, the left will probably want Jojo Rabbit or the left will want Jojo Rabbit and Parasite. The left will want anything but Joker to win. And I'm left, by the way, but I don't politically weaponize films. But everyone else is doing it, right? So I think definitely the left will want Parasite or Jojo Rabbit. And if it has to be 1917, that's where they're looking at it. Where basically I think most of the right are looking at Joker. It's terrible, isn't it? We're talking this way. But it's been weaponized now. And it's really sad. But if I was a betting man, yes, I would say that Jojo Rabbit is going to win the Best Picture Academy Award. I do think it's an outsider. Everyone's saying 1917. But again, I'm not convinced. Of course, I could be wrong. But what's important is what you think. My subscribers, the new people who have come in to watch this video. I want to know who you think is going to win the Oscar for Best Picture. Please comment that down below. But even better, what I want to know your favourites and your outsiders, just like I've done right now, and we can have some fun with it in the comments down below. Can't wait. This is probably the most interesting Best Picture selection I've seen in many years, where basically there isn't really a wrong choice. I can't understand how Ford versus Ferrari is even there. It's a very good movie, but it's not a Best Picture nom. As for the rest, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that surprises me as well. And Little Women surprises me, but that's because it's a female director and they wanted to put some inclusion in there. That's the only reason, because that is such an ununique movie. And there's other movies that women have made this year that really could have had a bigger shot. And I think it's interesting. It really is interesting. But so, yeah, I'm going for Jojo Rabbit, not who I want to win, but who I think will win. So please comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe. Share the video, share the channel, and I'll be back with more movie chat at another time. See you later.